I can still hear their voices. My wife's mother's soft, almost pitying tone. "Don't be selfish. They're happy together." My wife's father nodding in silent agreement. Her brother smirking like he was in on some private joke. And my wife, the woman I built my world around, staring at me with eyes that no longer carried love, but convenience. Convenience for her. Pain for me. And yet that night, I didn't raise my voice. I didn't beg. I didn't break. I smiled. A small, polite smile. The kind a man wears when he's already buried his enemies. I met her when I was 21, broke, and building myself from scratch. She was light, laughter, and endless promises. Her family welcomed me with open arms. They weren't wealthy, not by any stretch, but they were close-knit, or so I believed. They clapped when I got my first promotion. They toasted when we bought our first home. They cheered the loudest when I became CFO of the company I had clawed my way up through. I thought I had earned their respect, their pride, their love. Turns out, I was just their stepping stone. I noticed the change in her before anyone else. The way her phone became another limb glued to her hand. The late nights at the gym. The carefully rehearsed excuses. At first, I doubted myself. Maybe I was paranoid. Maybe stress was twisting my mind. But paranoia doesn't buy lingerie on secret credit cards. Paranoia doesn't lie about spa weekends that never happened. And paranoia doesn't explain why her mother accidentally called me by my boss's name during dinner one night. That slip was the crack. I dug. Quietly. Carefully. I planted a device in her car, cloned her phone, synced her messages to my private account. What I found hollowed me out. Photos, videos, messages laced with the kind of passion I thought she had reserved for me. My wife wasn't just cheating, she was in love. With my boss. The man who signed my checks. The man who praised me in board meetings while sleeping with the woman I came home to. And the worst part? Her entire family knew. I had proof, group messages where they covered for her, making excuses to keep me in the dark. Jokes about how I'd get over it when the time comes. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I needed more than fury. I needed precision. Revenge is best served not cold, but calculated. Step 1, I secured myself. I met with my lawyer in secret. We drafted divorce papers that stripped her of everything: house, cars, accounts. The prenup I insisted on years ago, against her parents' protests, would stand ironclad. Step 2, I gathered evidence. Enough to scorch her reputation in flames. Enough to show the world she wasn't just unfaithful, but complicit in deceit on a family-wide scale. Step 3, I waited for the right stage. Revenge should be theatrical. It should have an audience. That stage presented itself. My 37th birthday party. They offered to host it. A kind gesture, they said. I accepted. The night of the party, their living room was dressed in balloons and laughter. Friends, co-workers, even my boss stood among the crowd. My wife kissed my cheek in front of them all, her lips soft, sweet, rehearsed. I let her. After the cake was cut, after the candles were blown out, I stood with a glass in hand and looked around at the faces that had betrayed me. "I want to thank you all," I began, calm, steady, "for being here, for being part of my life." Then I turned to her. "Especially you." I watched her smile. She thought I was still blind. I set my glass down. "I know about you and him." The room froze. Eyes darted to my boss, to my wife, to me. Gasps, whispers. Her brother spoke first. "Come on, man, be mature. They're soulmates." Her mother chimed in, her voice dripping with pity. "Don't be selfish. They're happy together." And my wife, bold as ever, simply said, "It just happened. You should understand." Understand? Something inside me crystallized then. Cold, hard, unbreakable. "You're right," I said softly. I smiled. "I should be happy for you." I reached into my jacket and pulled out 3 envelopes. One for her, one for her parents, one for my boss. I handed them over without ceremony. Then I left. I was halfway down the street when I heard the first scream. My wife's. High, raw, panicked. The envelopes contained copies of everything. The photos, the videos, the text threads where they mocked me. Along with them were legal documents, divorce papers already filed, her accounts frozen, her name stripped from every asset she thought she'd inherit. For my boss, a neat little package addressed to the board of directors and his wife, detailing his soulmate escapades. His career ended the moment those files hit their inboxes. And for her parents, proof of the loans I had quietly repaid in their names over the years. Every financial favor, every debt cleared. With a note, "Paid in full. Don't ever contact me again." By the time I got home, my phone was vibrating nonstop. Messages, missed calls, begging, promises, threats. I ignored them all. The divorce was finalized in record time. She walked away with nothing but her clothes and the shame of a name that no longer opened doors. My boss was replaced within weeks, his reputation shredded. Her family, once so smug, now avoided me in public, afraid of what else I might have tucked away. And me? I slept better than I had in years. Sometimes, late at night, I replay her scream in my head. Not out of cruelty, out of closure. It reminds me of the moment the weight lifted. The moment justice shifted from fantasy to reality. People think revenge leaves you empty. They're wrong. It doesn't empty you, it frees you. And freedom, after betrayal, tastes sweeter than love ever did.